Okay, hi everybody. I'm this year's SCAD AIAS Freedom by Design Director. My name is Sophia Rodriguez. And then on the call, we also have the rest of our Freedom by Design board. I left a slide there for introduction, so that'll be later. But I'll start sharing my screen now. Hold on. Okay. Let's do. Okay, cool. All right, everybody can see it, right?
Cool. Yeah, you got this.
Cool. Welcome, Freedom by Design. Welcome week, day 3. Okay. So this is a mini little agenda, a run through about what I'm going to talk about. Basically, just who we are, our philosophy, a little bit of history about Freedom by Design, and a little bit about our projects and what we do, and then how you can get involved. So about us, Freedom by Design is not even a partner, is within the AIAS, the American Institute of Architecture students. Within the community, it's their service branch in partnership with NCARB. So from accessibility modifications to landscaping, we really want to improve the safety and comfort and dignity of our community, and that's what FBD is, and that's all we focus on. So a little bit about FBD in general. So in 2000, a Denver architect, I think his name's Dan, he started this program just within his city. So he was a part of the AIA, and he wanted to give back to his community. So he started doing service projects with anybody he can muster. He was fundraising on his own. He realized it was a lot to handle. So then he wanted to get support. And he mentioned this at an AIA meeting, like the adult version of AIAS, and they thought it would be a great project for AIAS to pilot. So in 2004, after 4 years of doing this on his own, AIAS kind of tested it on a couple chapters, and they realized how great it was. So then in 2007, 3 years of the pilot program, they expanded it all over the US, and it became a real project for many schools. So this dream that he had became a reality. And then many years later, 2012, the Freedom by Design Task Force is what it had been called up until that point. And it officially became a committee. So within AIAS, we have a bunch of different committees that are in charge of a lot of different aspects of the architecture student's life and experience. And Freedom by Design officially is a committee nationally, which means they have a lot more resources and support. It's really wonderful. In 2014, they celebrated their 10-year anniversary, which means annual FBD awards have been going strong for a long time now. They meet at every single conference and can present, and of course, an ever-growing network of passionate students about service, which is awesome. And I think at SCAD, this is like our 4th or 5th year of a pretty strong FBD program, which is really great. Our philosophy as a national organization is to utilize the skills and talents of architecture students in service to their community while promoting skill building and fostering relationships. We want to give you guys and give each other a real world experience. So talking to clients, and really budgeting and going through all the steps of real life projects, because they are real life and impacting real people. So it's really awesome. It's really empowering, and it's really great. Sounds our philosophy. I'm not going to read all of it. This is a quote that's actually in the Freedom by Design manual. And it's just really great. Shigeru Ban, he's a Japanese architect. It's a wonderful quote. I'll let you read it. That's why I'm waiting. Okay. Barriers we address. So we specifically outline these barriers because we know that they're barriers to entry and barriers to success and living life to the fullest for a lot of different people. So in our manuals and our bylaws, we really outline these, and we focus all of our projects and everything we do around these specific barriers, the physical, whether that's accessibility or privacy, ownership of space, educational, environmental, socioeconomic, and cultural. Locally, the past projects that we've done, the greenhouse was done last year, and kind of the year before. It was a really long project. They did a beautiful job, and the year before that, they did a pathway, like a new paved pathway. This was all dirt to provide easy access for people. And then also nationally at Forum, just an example, at Forum in Toronto, which is one of our national conferences, the Freedom by Design was making blankets for homeless people in Toronto, just like for the week that we were there, making blankets and giving them out. So that's the type of thing that Freedom by Design exists to do. And on to our current project. So our client is Park Place. It's a nonprofit providing a halfway home for boys at risk of homelessness between the ages of 17 and 22. So those needs that I addressed earlier, the one we're addressing is physical need. The need to grow and provide more sleeping space in the home, and we wanted to provide study area in the backyard to make sure that the house is full and being used to the best ability. And so we'll need everybody's help when building starts, because it's going to be kind of a big project, and that's why we wanted to reach out to you guys and get all the volunteers that we can. And I want to make sure that this is not like a commitment within FBD. When we're asking for membership of any kind, it's not like we want you to be stressed. We just want your help and we want your input. So we accept everybody anytime you can make it work. Build days are long but worth it, and you will know about them ahead of time. I'll make sure you do. So right now with this current project, we are still in the permitting phase. So our project managers and board members have been working on construction documents all summer long to prepare for city permits, which is kind of a long, frustrating process. But once they're approved, we can start building. So we're still kind of redlining those construction documents, but when those get the go-ahead, we are good to go to get out in the field and start building. But earlier this summer, at the beginning of it all, we had a design charrette and presented our proposal to the client. So the following slides are from that proposal. So they're kind of dated as far as there's been some adjustments to the design, but I'll explain it a bit. It's just to kind of give you a preview of what FBD does during design charrettes and just in general what this project looks like. This is just a map. So you may be wherever because we're not together, but here's Forsyth, here's the river, here's the project. So basically, this is the main home that exists currently, and this is our initial proposal. This is no longer happening, so just the left building, and it's changed a bit, but it gives you an idea. So it's in a study space for the boys who live there. It's really cool. We did a lot of great work, and I'm really proud of everybody who was involved. They've done wonderful jobs. So you can see this is all volunteer work. This wasn't anything expected out of anybody unless you're a board member. That's the type of commitment that exists. So it's just if you want to participate, you're so welcome to participate. Yeah, so that's our project and some details. And that's one of the things that I love about FBD is that ability to kind of practice what you learn about. So it's not just getting out there on build days, unless that's all you want to do. You can really learn and put into practice everything that you read about in your textbook. And it becomes so much more real and a really good learning experience. It's wonderful. Okay, and this slide is just kind of a projection. So these are the types of projects FBD typically does, and some things our board has taken into consideration for the future. So things like fundraisers or food drives or can drives. Obviously, we can't make anything because of SCAD rules, but we can collect food or buy food for people. And then tutoring potentially, and more builds, of course. So any type of jobs and really any input's welcome. You guys are the membership. We're here for you. We want to do something that you guys are interested in doing. So if you have ideas, feel free to reach out to any of the board members, message us on Instagram, or do anything. If you have any suggestions, they're welcome, and we want to do it. Sorry, I'm looking down at my notes because I haven't looked down the whole time. Okay. So this is our local leadership. Me, the Freedom by Design Director, the main link between the AIAS chapter and the National Board of Directors and you guys. And then these are our other board members. And if you guys are willing, you can introduce yourselves. I know I saw you here earlier, so you're welcome to say hi. Arjun, we can go in order.
Hey guys, I'm Arjun. Sorry you can't see me. Yeah, graduate student, IPAL student, 3 years, excited. Reach out, sorry. We just, and
You're broken.
I'm just, yeah.
That's good. It's perfect.
I'm Jeffrey Rose, also IPAL, first year graduate student.
Cool.
Hi guys, Michael, second year student.
Hi guys, my name is Nochlin. I just graduated this spring and I was working with our amazing team on the Park Place project, and I'm really excited for us all to start the build soon.
Woo!
And welcome.
Awesome. And I'm sure there'll be more work for us to do in the future, but this is our board for now. Everything's kind of under construction. So I'm really, really excited for the year though. Oh gosh. Okay, so get involved. So these are people who are obviously taking those steps to get involved. And the more that you put into something, the more you get out of it. That applies to anything in life. It's a great mantra, but especially with student organizations. So whether that's NOMAS or AIAS or ASHRAE or whatever else you choose to get into, we're here for you. And honestly, at the end of the day, we're lifting each other up. We're making the most of our own experience. So get involved. If you're interested, go for it. There's nothing stopping you. So how can you get involved? Good question. The first thing I would say, if you have an Instagram, follow our Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, follow our Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, become a member and get our emails. We also have a LinkedIn recently. There's no reason to not hear about what we're doing, but Instagram is probably the quickest and easiest way to know what's happening. We'll post all of our general info, build days, upcoming events, etc. Even virtually, you know, we have to rely on anything we can. You won't have me going through the hallways yelling at you this year. I know you'll miss it, but maybe future quarters. So the other step you could take one further is to become an AIAS member. So like I said before, FBD is an AIAS program. At the end of the day, we're the same thing. So we would love it if you were an AIAS member. That being said, volunteering is open for anybody. If you want to come out to build days, you're welcome to. But I will say that AIAS members will hear of everything first. So there's that little bit, but of course we want your help. If you are a member now, it's okay. We still love you. We still want you to help out. And that's what I'll say about AIAS. I was the past president and I will forever be a fan of AIAS. So, okay. And then lastly, we have recently started a Slack channel, And if nobody knows what Slack is, it's the new upcoming way to communicate. It's kind of wonderful. I've used it at jobs. We use it on a national level. So like our chair and our president of our national organization use it to communicate with us as chapter leaders. And so we wanted to kind of spread that professionalism to our chapter, because why not? And it's a lot easier to hand down to future years, and it's way more consistent. So we're trying to really push that with our membership. So if you're an AIAS member, join our Slack. We talk there a lot more frequently. It's nice to have direct communication within our chapter, because you can see all the other chapter members who are there and a part of it. You can DM people if you would like. You can DM the board. So Slack is a great format, and you'll get all those links once you become a member. And again, if you're not a member, just follow us on Instagram. You'll also get the info. And that's the end of my formal presentation. But if you guys have questions, I don't know if I blew through that, you're welcome to shoot them to me now. If not, follow our socials or email us with any questions. I'm also going to send a link in the chat, or Jesse, can you send it in the chat? Because Zoom, there's things happening on my screen.
I sent the form, the Instagram handle, as well as the email.
We got Angel. So in that link is basically, I'm interested. It's not committing you to anything. It's just like an email list for AIAS. So if you're interested, fill out the link, fill out the form on the link, and just make sure to say that you're interested in FBD specifically, and we'll make sure you get all the info. So that's it. That's all I have to offer you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So if I want to be a part of it, if I want to volunteer, do I need to have an experience, or it's not necessary?
Experience is not necessary at all. We'll teach you everything you need to know. I mean, obviously it's helpful, but no, definitely not required.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have like a estimated time when the permit phase will end and we're gonna start building maybe?
Good question. And I'm gonna pass it on to other board members because I don't know. Jeffrey, Noglin, do you know?
Yeah, so we had sent Sherry, who is the program director and coordinator, we sent them the drawings to submit for the permit. They're going to start doing that, or they're starting that right now. But we're working on the CD sets. We're getting really close to that getting redlined as well. But really, it's just kind of at the mercy of the city when we can get that approved and ready to go. But myself, Arjun, and Jeffrey have been working really diligently trying to get those things all ready for you guys. So hopefully you guys can start this quarter, but we'll have to see. We will. I am sorry if that doesn't answer any questions, but it is taking a lot more, you know, in terms of like getting everything done correctly, since this is outside of the realm of like how we design in studio. There's a lot more details that go into it, more requirements. So yeah, and it's a great experience. Like Sophia had mentioned earlier, you guys really get to learn about budgeting, lighting design, materials, and construction. So it's a great experience. I've learned a lot, definitely.
Awesome. Yeah, so I don't want to commit us to any timeline like Noklin said. I think it's safe to say not this quarter probably, that we'll be building, maybe at the end of the quarter if everything goes smoothly. But that being said, with me being the person I am, I think I still want everybody to get involved in something. So I'm going to try and make something work, whether it's a small like knitting something or a food drive or something small, construction. So there's this thing called construction, and basically they do it on a national level, not national level. It's like a thing in Georgia that AIAS chapters, some do, and then local firms will compete in doing construction, like doing sculptures out of food cans, and then so everything that's donated gets passed on to food shelters, food closets, whatever it's called, donated food. So things like that, or tutoring or any other service projects. Again, if you guys have ideas, please shoot it at us, because we're here to serve and we don't want to just wait on permitting and let that hold us up. So I want our volunteers to get busy anyways, is what I'm trying to say. Build days might be next quarter though.
Sophia, I have a question.
Yeah.
So can FBD do any fundraising for the project that they're working on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We absolutely can.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No, you go.
Because I was thinking about maybe we can, so they did submit or applied for a grant for this project, but it's not guaranteed that they're going to get it. So if we can help out with like creating a presentation, something for the local community, and then offer some fundraising so that we can get funds for this project, it would be really helpful. Any dollar, any cent will be beneficial for sure.
Awesome. See, we already have tasks. So as FBD people, as my team, I'm not committing you guys to anything, but I now consider you all part of the FBD team. Thanks for coming to my presentation. We can start fundraising, and you'll hear news, but we'll be busy is the answer. Any more questions?
Yeah, I have one question.
Okay.
What regulations are being put in place in terms of like fundraising and stuff like because of COVID? Are there any like
Regulations from who?
from like the city of Savannah maybe they aren't allowing people to, I don't know, like show up to other people's doorsteps asking for things and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm sure it's probably looked down upon to go door to door right now, just out of respect for others. I don't know that there are city regulations on anything. I would assume just no mass gatherings kind of thing. But I don't see anything wrong with digital communication with people. If we set up volunteers, maybe calling places, that could work. But no, I don't think on fundraising itself there are regulations. I think we could work our way around that. Any other questions? Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. Don't forget, if you haven't, to fill out the Google form to make sure you get our emails. If not, follow our Instagram. And I'll see you guys soon. I'll be working steadily to come up with something for us to work on and really make a difference. Okay, good?
Thank you, Sophia.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, thank you very much for your presentation and information and everything.
Of course.
I'm sure that I will come up with some questions, but I need to think more about that. A lot of information, like this last 3 days.
I'm sure. And this was recorded. So this will be sent to you guys later. And that's part of what the email is just for, is to make sure everybody gets the videos. So if you need to simmer on it, you need to go back over it, that's totally understood. You can do that.
Yes, and if you have any other questions, you can email us or send us a message through Instagram. We're always available to talk if you want to reach out.
That's cool. Thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Sophia. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a good